Okay, so I'm creating this video as a form of revision for students who are preparing for the upcoming test, as well as for parents who want to assist and guide their child to better prepare for the test. If there's a part in this video that you do not understand, remember you can always pause it, rewind it, replay it as much as you want to in order to better understand the video. Okay, so let's get started. Go ahead now and move to slide 2 and let's begin. Okay, so we start out by looking at the different notes and the amount of beats that they represent. The 8th note actually represents half a beat of sound. The quarter note represents 1 beat of sound. The half note represents 2 beats of sound. And finally, the whole note represents 4 beats of sound. By combining these notes in a score, you are better able to show rhythmic patterns and rhythm of the melody of a music. So in the next slide, let's take a look now at how you could use them in music, and Maestro Max will show you how to count these rhythms. Go ahead now and move to slide 3. Okay, so these symbols, the quarter note, the 8th note, the half note, and so on, can be used to show rhythm in music. In the video that I'm about to show you, it's taken from the Musicase software. Maestro Max will be showing you how to count the beats. It's a video that you saw in class, and the way it is recorded now, you're gonna get a bit of an echo, but can't do anything about that. However, it's only a short piece of the video, and to see the full video, you'll have to go to my YouTube page and look on the counting of rhythms. But let's take a look at just a short piece of this video.
How many beats does this quarter note get? That's right. And how many beats does this half note get? That's it. So how many beats do you think these tied notes get? Correct. These tied notes make a sound that lasts 3 beats. We can show a 3-beat sound with 1 note instead. What do you think this note is called? Yes, it's a dotted half note. Count this rhythm by dragging the boxes up to the staff. Now play this rhythm. You are very close. You started a little late.
Okay, so by counting the rhythms properly, you'll be able to play the rhythms much better. So after Maestro Max has counted the rhythm for the song or the musical piece, this is how it should actually look. Here tells you the amount of beats per bar, that each bar is gonna be 4 beats long. first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat. Next bar, first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat. Now, the first note in the bar is a dotted half note, which is 3 beats long. And it is broken up into the first beat, the second beat, and the third beat. The next note in the bar is a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, and that is connected to the fourth beat in the bar. Over to the next bar now, the first beat in that bar is a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, and is connected to the first beat. The second note in the bar is also a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, and is connected to the second beat. The third note in the bar now is a half note, and that's 2 beats long, and that is connected to the third and fourth beat in the bar. So here shows the amount of beats for each note, and here would show you the beats per bar that it's connected to. Alright, so let's apply this principle now of counting the beats to a longer musical piece. Remember that if there is something that is said in this video presentation that you do not understand, feel free to pause the video, to rewind it, to go back to the section that is giving you problems, and listen it over and over again until you have a better understanding. Then you can move on. Alright, so let's move on. So when we apply the principle of counting rhythms in Peter Tchaikovsky's song, the first thing you need to pay attention to is the fact that it says here that it's gonna be 4 beats per bar. So each bar end up being equal to 4 beats. A first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat, second bar, first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat, third bar, first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat, fourth bar, first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat, fifth bar, first beat, second beat, third beat, fourth beat. Now, when we start off in the first bar, we see that the first note in the bar is actually a half note, which is 2 beats long, and that's broken up into the first and second beat. The next note in the bar is a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, and that's connected to the third beat. The last 2 notes in this bar is half a beat long, and when combined, you connect that to the fourth beat in the bar. In the second bar, you see that the first note in that bar is a half note, which is 2 beats long, and that's connected to the first and second beat. The next note in the bar is a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, and that's connected to the third beat. The last 2 notes in that bar is half a beat long, because there are 8 notes, and that's connected to the fourth beat. In the third bar, the first beat in that bar is actually a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, and it's connected to the first beat. The second beat in the second note in the bar is actually a quarter note as well. That's 1 beat long, connected to the second beat. The third note in that bar is also a quarter note. It's 1 beat long, it's connected to the third beat. The last 2 notes in that bar are 8 notes, which are half beats long, and when combined, that's connected to the fourth beat. In the fourth bar, you have 2 half notes. The first note in the bar is a half note, which is 2 beats long, and it's connected to the first and second beat. The second note in the bar is also a half note, which is 2 beats long, and that's connected to the third and fourth beat. In the fifth bar, we have the first note in the bar is a quarter note that's connected to the first beat. The second note in the bar is also a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, it's connected to the second beat. The third beat in the bar is also a quarter note, which is 1 beat long, and that's connected to the third beat. And the final note in the bar is a quarter note as well, and that's connected to the fourth beat. So that's how you count the rhythm of a song. Now, by being able to count the notes properly, you are then able to read it properly. So applying this principle, we can then read the notes, the rhythm of the melody of this song, and it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, half, half, 1, 2, 1, half, half, 1, 1, 1, half, half, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, half, 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 1, 1, half, half, 1, 1, half, half, 1, 2, 1, 2. And in clapping it, it will sound like this. Ta, 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 te, ta, 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 te, ta, 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 te, ta, ta. Ta 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 te ta te ta 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 te ta 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 te ta ta. Okay, so that's it for the topic of counting rhythms. I really hope that this presentation will help you to better understand that topic. Please remember that you can go over this tape as much time as you want. You can rewind. You can pause it wherever you're seeing something that you do not understand and go over it again and again and again as much time as you want in order to understand it. All right, so all the best and hope you do well in the upcoming test.